Hi, I'm Sally Tobese, a final year student at Boston Media House for a diploma in radio and television production, and I am about to tell you about how my experiential learning went at the job that I got. So firstly, I worked as a field worker at a research services company called Bula Research Services. I actually got it last year, but for the 80 hours, I did a project recently, beginning of the year. We were working for a project for this company, South African Tourism, and it was market research, figuring out how often do people travel, and if not, why is the net travel low or high, and gathering insights on that. So converting that data into information essentially, but we were the ones that were collecting the data on the field. What has the experience taught me? In terms of my career, it taught me that I do not want to work with different kinds of people each and every day, like customer service, especially in a place where I'm supposed to approach people and get them to do something, like getting them to get insurance or funeral policies or sales, or sell them something. I think that's going to be very difficult for me because I'm shy, and also with the scams that are happening around this world, people don't trust anything, so even when I was conducting the surveys and telling the people, hey, you're going to get 5 rands or 25 rands airtime for completing the survey, they didn't trust, because they're like, what if you're taking my number, then it's going to be linked to my bank account and money is going to be coming out of my bank account, which is extremely valid with everything that is happening in our country and how anything could possibly be them or criminals luring you into a crime, and you don't want to be a victim of crime. People don't even talk to strangers in public, so it was extremely hard for me. And that's one thing I learned about myself, that I don't want to work where I'm supposed to approach people each and every day, and me approaching them determines how successful I am in my career. My highlight was learning and speaking to different people. I think when you're in one place, you think everything is black and white as because of like the environment, and speaking to different people, different demographic, really taught me a lot about different perspectives and how people live, which was very interesting, and I loved that the most. The aspects that caused me the most anxiety was having to actually walk up to a new person and conduct an interview and tell them and introduce myself. Whether or not I'm wearing my gear, it was so hard, because the first thing, they're just looking at you like, what scam is this lady trying to lure me in? Because it doesn't matter how clean or how put together you look, you could still be scamming someone, And also, it's also just risky too, because something could happen to me because I have a phone conducting a survey. That phone could be taken from me because I'm probably conducting an interview with someone that I trusted, or I thought I could trust, but they happen to be a gangster or something. You don't know, which is very hard. That's something that caused me a lot of anxiety. Aspects that surprised me, nothing really surprised me. I think in the beginning, I really didn't think I'd be going out there collecting data. I thought I would be processing the data because I did computer applications technology in high school. So I thought, like, I'll be converting the data into information, like I was doing the focus question, the Excel, the formulas, and the HTML, like to present the information that you've gathered. It was nothing like that, which was so hard for me because of like, I actually had to go to the field. But otherwise, once I got to understand how it works, I wasn't surprised about anything. My expectation versus my reality was what I just explained, that I thought I was going to be capturing the data, like from data into information, but it wasn't that at all. I don't really know what data capturing is, and the job post wasn't advertised like that. However, when I saw the word research services, that's instantly what I thought was happening, but it was not. And it's okay. Yeah. And I wasn't really fond of the fact that I actually have to get up and walk up to people and speak to people, because I've seen it when I'm going to the town and stuff, and I see how challenging it is. When you see people with flyers coming your way and they're wearing suits, and you're already thinking, how am I going to escape them? I was those people that they were trying to escape, and I felt how hard it is. So I don't think I want to be in that environment, honestly, but I loved what I took away from it. The best piece of advice that I received was to be calm and trust myself and just be nice. If someone says they're not comfortable taking the survey, I should just back away instead of forcing them and trying to say, oh my gosh, because you're thinking about the target. No, just do it. Because also, you don't know what someone is dealing with. They could be just trying to hold up their tears, and I'm there trying to ask them, how often do you travel? So just be calm and trust yourself and trust your gut instinct. If something doesn't feel right, it doesn't feel right.